That was an epic weekend.
Yeah, well, it was fun because we got to play a new song too that we hadn't played yet at Peach. That is, and we'll probably continue to play that. We'll probably play it at summer camp most likely.
Some new shit. I'm into it. I'm into it. That's exciting for me. So what I guess what I've been asking everyone for one is what do you love about summer camp? What makes you love summer camp?
Yeah, well, it's always been one of my favorite festivals, one of the band's favorite festivals. It kind of goes back to because like the first major like bigger style festival that we played was Modown. I was just looking it up. It was 2012 was the first year, and then that we did it, and then 2013 we did summer camp for the first time. So it was after Modown was one of the bigger festivals that we had played, and we're obviously huge like Mo and Humphreys fans. We love those guys. So that was like a cool thing because they were always the headliners. We got to play with them. And I still always remember the first set. It was like, I remember we camped and we had like I feel like it was like 11 a.m. or some like slot that we had at summer camp on, I think it was the campfire stage. Is the campfire? That's the camp. Yeah, campfire stage. That's the one.
Yeah.
And yeah, it was like raining and it was cold. And I,
Well, 2013, I wasn't even there, and I know how shitty it was
oh
weather-wise.
yeah, the weather can either be, yeah, it can either be amazing or cold and rainy or like just so hot that there's just so much dust flying up.
Yeah.
And then everyone was wearing masks before that was a thing because it was so
That's
dusty.
the first place I ever saw a mask, actually. It was St.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, I always remember that because I don't remember where we played. Because I was just looking at our website just because I was trying to remember the date. We played like Bohemian Rhapsody, so that was fun. But I remember it being like cold and rainy, and we were all like tired because we had just like camped in the tent. And I remember looking out and watching. I think it was Rob Campa and Fro from Dopapod. I remember just seeing them out there like huddled under an umbrella, like watching us for a minute. So I remember that. Yeah, but beyond that, it's just yeah one of our favorites. We've been lucky enough to do it every year since then. We always have a good crowd. People always seem to respond to us pretty well there. And then yeah, we got to do the main stage. What was it, a couple of years ago? Not well. Was that 2019 then? I guess.
Sunshine. It was 2019.
Yes. Well, because like 2020, basically, I just think it didn't happen. Like people
I
just
know it's gone. It's
like
just
last year. Last year means 2019, I guess. I don't know. You know, because
no. I agree 100%. The last time I went to summer camp was 2019, so we're gonna stick with that.
there you go.
2019, and you guys did Moonshine. I was like street teaming for your
Yeah.
Moonshine set because it was the first time you were playing one of the main stages, and it was super
Yeah.
exciting. And that yeah, that was one of the best actually. That was one of the best sets. I know it was like kind of maybe I don't know, maybe lackluster for you guys because it was Sunday and it was hot as shit. So like
It
people
was.
spread out, you know.
It still felt great though, because it was just cool to be on that stage, and I think for the time slot that we had, I thought it went pretty well.
It was perfect in my mind, but I was also running around the pit with a bubble whale, like a
Yeah,
whale that gave off bubbles
yeah, yeah, yeah.
to try and just amp people. Sunday is hard because it's the last day of summer camp
Oh
and
yeah.
it's hot as shit. You know,
Especially if
like
you've been there all week, by that point you're getting a little tired.
you've been there since Wednesday night waiting in line. Like it's been a weekend. But
Yes.
that set was so much fun. It was
Thank
so
you.
much fun. I can't even remember. You guys covered like a Vampire Weekend song. Wait,
Yes.
is that right?
Yeah, I think we did. What's their early big hit?
Sun
Uh,
not no, it wasn't Sunflower, was it? That's a different song.
no, it was A Punk.
Ah, see, I'm terrible at song names.
It's a song that they play in Step Brothers. It's that one. That's
Oh yes, I'm familiar. And that's why I like Vampire Weekend because they did the song in "I Love You, Man." It was one.
Oh, I've seen that movie like once. I don't remember them being in
That
it.
is one of my favorite movies ever because Jason Segel and Paul Rudd. Oh,
Yes.
it's so good. It's so good, and there's some Vampire Weekend songs in there,
Yeah.
which is where I started really loving them. I mean, I haven't I don't go in depth into bands I'm never gonna see live. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like I don't know where they play or where they're from or anything. You know what I
yeah.
mean? But it's always cool when you get to see like Aqueous cover that
Yeah,
shit.
and we'll go because we like all sorts of stuff. So I mean, we try to, well, we try to pull from all sorts of different things. So
Yeah.
we like it all. We like it all.
Hey, speaking of liking it all, uh, another question I've been asking is like if you had this like wish granted to you in which you could choose any headliner of summer camp to like collaborate with or like sit in with, who would it be? And we have like obviously Mo and Humphreys, but then we have Ween and Billy Strings and 3 6 Mafia, Grizz, Rez, STS9, and Tipper. Like that's a wild headlining lineup.
Yeah. So you want me to pick from the list that we got there?
If you could.
Okay. Okay. Sorry. All right. We'll do it again. Read off the names again
Yeah.
for me.
Okay, so obviously Mo and Humphreys, right? But then we have Ween, Billy Strings, 3 6 Mafia, Grizz, Rez, STS9, or Tipper.
I'd probably go Wiener. Yeah, probably Ween. That'd probably be my choice.
I feel like I've seen you guys cover Ween,
Yeah,
maybe.
we covered them a couple times. It's funny because I never really listened to much of them until kind of like Rob joined the band and he kind of got, at least I don't know if the other guys had listened to him much either. But after that, we started to cover a couple of their tunes and I got into it a little bit more. So that'd be pretty sweet.
Cool. I also forgot to mention that I was stoked that you mentioned Rob Compa earlier because I
Oh
haven't
yeah,
seen Dopapod yet.
you
Like they
haven't?
were
Oh,
on
what are you
hiatus
doing?
forever, and then they came back, and they weren't around Colorado. And then when they were, I was like out of town or some shit, and I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm never gonna see Dopapod.
Well,
And
you're
they're back
slacking. You need
summer
to get
camp.
on that.
I'm excited. That is like the biggest thing, probably. Like I don't even care. Like other than okay. Humphreys and Billy Strings and Mo is where my head's at as far as
Yeah.
liners go. And then Ween because I have to.
you don't
I,
you don't have to do anything you don't want to.
no, I didn't give Ween enough chance when they played with Humphreys in 2015 or whatever it was. They
Yeah,
like
yeah, yeah.
what was it even called? God Boner. It was
Yes.
the God Boner set, and I made stickers and shit. I was so excited. I thought it was gonna be like a Sergeant Pepper's, like an alter ego kind of for
Yeah,
Humphreys.
yeah.
And then it was just all Ween, and I didn't know Ween, and I was like, "You're taking away an Humphreys set." But I've been over this before. They took away another Humphreys set that weekend, which was the real nail in the coffin. You know what I mean? Like they always do a Sunday afternoon set, and that
Yeah,
specific year, they decided to do another festival on that Sunday.
yeah.
So we didn't get our Humphreys Sunday set,
Oh,
and our Saturday afternoon set was turned into a Ween set. So it was just like, I come to summer camp for Humphreys. What the fuck? Like now I'm losing 2 Humphreys sets.
it sounds like you got robbed a little bit.
It was yucky. So that's why I feel like I need to go to Ween, is because I didn't give them opportunity to be as cool as they probably are because I was.
Yeah, well, yeah, just check. I mean, they have all sorts of different stuff. Some of the stuff I like more than others. Just listen. I mean, Rob will probably tell you the stuff to listen to.
I know.
But
I need to talk to Rob. I feel. Oh,
well, because there's like two. I want to say there's two. I haven't listened to the stuff in a while. There's two albums that were probably like more accessible, I guess you would say, and I forget what they are. I'd have to look them up. Shit, I can't remember the names. But yeah, there's like a couple albums that are actually like really solid, like pop, like really easy tunes to like get into.
hey, I don't get a choice. I'm gonna get whatever they play.
Exactly. They might not play anything you like, or they might play only things you like. I
They
don't know.
might only play I can't even remember. I know they played Baby Bitch,
Yeah,
and then there was a spinal meningitis.
something like that. Yeah.
That's what I remember from
What
20.
have we done? Shoot, I forgot the songs that we did. I don't know. I don't remember.
No, you did one. No, maybe it wasn't King for a Day. You did a Racerhead song, I think.
Yeah, we did pseudo suicide once or
Yeah.
twice. And they just played a peach too, which is awesome.
Yeah, and I was supposed to be a peach, but also that's why I'm trying to not talk about peach, because I'm so sad. I wanted to be there so hard.
This is the summer camp. Peach is a competing festival. We can't talk about them.
I know, and I keep, because you guys just played it, and I see like pictures of Mike Ganser like crowd surfing.
Oh yeah, I know. Yeah.
Are we gonna do this when you guys come to Colorado? Because I'll catch you guys. It doesn't matter who. I'll stop you. Let's start the crowd surfing thing.
We'll all just dive simultaneously.
Oh, that would be epic. I don't
set a loop or something and just jump.
I'm glad that Mike had mentioned that it was a Frasco show, like a Frasco set that he was.
Yeah.
Because it was like, I just don't see Aqueous fans like being ready for that necessarily.
Yeah, probably not. It'd be a little different. I don't know if that would fit.
I would be ready.
Well, we know you would be. We got one.
And I think like probably some like Chad would be there.
We got a handful for sure.
Yeah, but we gotta plan it.
Yeah. I'll let Mike take care of that.
There's no injuries, but it would be rad. So anyway, I don't even feel like, okay, so you said Ween. Why would you sit in with Ween? Is that like your favorite band?
Of that list, I feel like it would be the most interesting and most, I don't know, Billy Strings would be a sweet choice too. Because he's doing amazing things right now, and he's basically blowing up, or is blowing up. That's behind the times.
Grammy Award winner, right?
Exactly. I don't know. That would be pretty cool too. And now I'm thinking maybe I should switch my answer. But I don't know. There's all the artists on there would be cool for like different reasons. So I'm gonna slightly change my answer to either Billy Strings or Ween. They're both very different, and I feel like they both have very unique things that you could be doing.
I feel like those would be picks that I would make. I can't even remember who Evan said.
Oh yeah, I was gonna. I don't.
I'm trying to think of who he said, and I can't.
Maybe he said Ween. That would be my guess. Maybe, I don't know. If it's not Mo or Humphreys or something, it'd probably be Ween. Maybe.
No, yeah, I don't think it was Humphreys. I don't know. He might have said Ween. I know that Tucker from Cycles said either 3-6 Mafia or Tipper, which I thought was cool.
Yeah.
I wish I could remember what. I know I didn't come up with the question yet when I had talked to Mike. We just like rambled about all kinds of stuff for a while, but
yeah.
I hadn't thought of the question until I talked to Evan. I was like, oh yeah, or no, Tucker, and then Evan. But I can't remember what Evan's response was.
That's okay.
Hopefully people have watched it by now.
Exactly.
But, oh gosh, it's so good to just talk to you. It's been a really long time.
I know it has. It really has, and we're excited to be able to play some shows, and we'll be able to see you again. And
yeah, I mean, you guys will be out here in October?
Yeah, I think it's like October 22nd or 3rd.
That's really close to 2 years past. That's really close.
Right? Yeah, because was it last October when we were there?
I feel like it was. It could have been October or November. And a lot of the time you're in Colorado in December, so it's hard to say because
somewhere in that time frame.
So long ago, but like fall tour, Colorado, it always happens. So
yeah, good time to be out there.
Fall of 2019, which just feels like lifetimes ago at this point.
I know, it really does.
It's so weird.
Whole other world, whole other time.
Before I let you go, have you been up to anything like new and exciting or different, given that it's such a different climate?
Yeah, I'm trying to, I know it was just been, obviously nice playing the Aqueous shows again, so that's been cool. Over like the last year, I mean, my buddy Ryan Noble and we did some fun videos, some covers and stuff. We need to get back at that. We haven't done that in a while. Yeah. But it's been nice to just kind of chill and spend time with my wife and
yeah, just, you all are kind of recently married for the most part, right?
Yeah, so because we got married a couple of years ago, and so it's been really nice to do things like that, to be home, spend time with my dog, whatnot. So
what kind of dog do you have?
What's that?
What kind of dog do you have?
Oh, he's a mix between an Australian Shepherd, Beagle, and Bulldog. So he's like this little. This cool
that's
mix.
A cool combo.
Yeah, so he's the best. His name's Henley.
Nice.
Yes, it is after Don Henley of the Eagles. Cool. If you don't like the Eagles, that's fine. But
Hey, one of my favorite songs to karaoke is Hotel California.
well, you can't go wrong. The guitar solo at the end's amazing. I don't care what you say.
Literally, yeah, and I'm like, sorry, here's a 10-minute instrumental, dude.
Yeah, exactly. It's like putting on Stairway to Heaven or something.
But it's a
Epic
good
Freebird or something.
song. Like
Yeah,
it's just a classic. It's always gonna be a
it
classic.
is.
I mean, I don't know. I can't think of another. I don't want to eat up your whole evening.
Oh, you're fine. You're fine.
I so appreciate you talking to me at all,
Yeah,
but
well, it's nice just to chat and say hi for a minute, you know?
yeah, I was like, even if it's not, because like literally the deadline is tomorrow for this camp counselor stuff. So I was like, even if it's like too late to get too many people to watch the video or anything, it'll be nice to catch up because it's been so long.
Well, yeah, exactly. I was just happy to say hi and
Such a long time. It's killing.
yeah.
It's
And
killing us, Colorado kids.
I know. That's why we're excited to come back. I'm sorry about your friend. I'm sorry you had some stuff you had to deal with today. So
Yeah, I appreciate it, but
yeah,
she'd be super stoked about what's going on,
cool.
meanwhile. So, just trying to live vicariously as well as I can through Renee. And yeah, you specifically said happy birthday to her in like, I don't know, 2018, I think, at the Boulder Theater or something. So that's kind of neat.
Of course.
How Mike then said, because I'll tell you, some other people tried to claim the happy birthday. And I was like, no, he said Patty and Melissa. That's straight up like, that's us. That's us over here. Because I made
Exactly. Nobody else. Nobody else is trying to
there's no one
steal
else
it.
here. Like, nope. But then Mike was like, homegirls in the front row. And that has always been one of our things, homegirls in the
Yes.
front row. And
Yes.
so it shall be forever. And that's why you guys rock, is because
Well, thank you. Well, we really love you guys, and we really appreciate everything that you've done and supported us. So
we love you. And we're really stoked to have you back in Colorado. But I'm coming to you at summer camp.
yes, we're meeting. I guess that's kind of like halfway, right?
Yeah, exactly. That is exactly right. It's about 1,000 miles for you, 1,000 miles for me. We meet in
So
Illinois.
then it's even. Then we're square.
Yes. And the last time, actually, it's funny. The last time I ran into you guys at summer camp, it was you all were going to, oh gosh, Dark Star. Is that right?
At summer camp, no, because I know that's like the festival that usually happens the same time as summer camp, and we've never. I don't think we've ever played it. I feel like
There
one
was
year.
some perhaps hip hop artist that was supposed to play summer camp, and you guys were running through the woods going to catch that artist. And I was going to like my campsite or something, just like ran into you, and you're like, "We're going here,"
Oh yeah, who was it?
and they didn't play. Do you know?
Yeah, I remember yeah, it was the Roots, and they were about to play, or they played like a
Yeah,
song, and there was like
they
a
didn't get
thunderstorm.
there or something, and I was like, "Man, they were all going to that specific set, and then it didn't happen." It was
Yeah, oh yeah, there's been like a handful of times I feel like there's been like
yeah, like the
weather.
flight doesn't work out, or you know what I mean, like something with the weather, and like
Well, that's Midwest during the summer, I guess, right?
yeah. Well, that's what's gonna be interesting about it being in August, is I don't know, like
Oh, I guess it's true. Yeah, normally it's in May, so I wonder. Yeah, I guess I don't. We'll find out what it's like.
I'm hoping zero tornado warnings.
Yeah, we don't want any of that.
I could be done with those from the rest of my life. I live in Colorado to avoid that shit. And then
Yeah.
I went to Humphreys with Tara
Mhm.
last fall in Atlanta.
Yeah.
And they had like hurricanes happening, and off of the hurricanes were tornadoes that were
That's
like
weird.
up by us, and like you could
No
see
thanks.
clouds. I was laying on the ground in a minivan, just like, please, for the love of God. Like, I literally called my husband, like, I don't know if I'm going to live.
This could be the last time you hear from me.
I'm really scared. And yeah, wound up surviving, obviously, but it was really scary, and it reminded me a lot of summer camp, because I just feel like every year it feels like a tornado will suck us up.
I know. Well, yeah, because I know what was it? either the last summer camp or the summer camp before, my wife and I, she flew in and we were driving from either Peoria or I forget, was it
Well,
Chillicothe?
there's like O'Hare, or there's O'Hare, or there's Midway, or there's Peoria International.
Yeah, because I think what happened was one of the flights got canceled. We could either, because it was supposed to be a flight from like Peoria to Chicago or Midway or one of them,
Yeah.
then back home, and that flight got delayed and it was just quicker to drive, so we
Yeah.
drove. And we hit like this really weird pocket of a storm where it was the most insane like sideways rain.
Oh no, it's like Forrest Gump shit.
Yeah, it basically felt like we were in a tornado. It was like just like on the brink of one.
That is the worst. Well, even in 2019, you guys were supposed to play a like midnight set, maybe, or like.
Oh yeah, and then didn't we play it like we ended up
played at like 2
late.
a.m.
Yeah, and then I remember our trailer got stuck in the mud after, and I feel like we got back to the hotel at like 6 or 7 in the morning.
It was so gnarly. Well, like I remember because that was the set that Stasek set in.
Yeah.
And then you guys were doing the moonshine set the next day.
Oh right, yeah, the was right. Yeah.
Yeah, and people were like showing up because they didn't know Aqueous necessarily. They just knew VIP lounge would have music and everything else was basically rained out.
Right. Yeah. Exactly.
So, people are showing up and like bitching that you guys are late, and I'm like, you listen. Like,
let me tell you
they weren't even able to load their stuff in because there was lightning. Like, they are just doing the best that they can, and we're lucky they're playing. Like, I was so upset.
Well, thank you for trying to calm everybody down for us.
I'm like, you don't even get it. I was so upset.
Well, thank you.
Of course.
We got through it. Everything was fine.
Yeah, and it was an awesome set. And you guys had Stasek set in, and
yeah, it was cool.
It was rad. It was very rad. And then the moonshine set was very rad too. It felt pretty full, even though spread out. It felt pretty full. Like
for us, I was pretty happy with the
that was so cool. I'm so excited. I'm excited for this year. I'm like, so where? No one knows where anyone's gonna be yet.
I can tell you. Do you want me to tell you, or would you be surprised?
I want you to tell me. I want to know.
Well, I don't know. Well, if this is part of the video that gets released, we're not supposed to say.
Oh.
Do you want me to just tell you and you just don't use it?
I want you to message me later.
All right, I'll message you after. You can't put this. You can't put this in there either, because you can't let people know that I'm giving you all the secrets.
Well, the thing is, if I was good at editing, I would be like, yeah, I'll just edit that bit out and we'll just seam it together and it'll be great. But I'm really not a good editor, and I think I want to know so I can plan. But I obviously don't want to get you in trouble. I don't know. I'm excited either way.
It'll be fine.
I'm so stoked. So what did I ask you? What's your favorite part of summer camp generally? As a fan or an artist, what's your favorite part? Like, what makes it so special to you?
I don't know. I think just a lot of like the memories that we've had. Like I said, like the first time we played there, and just all of the sets that we've had throughout the years have always been really special and fun. And we've grown a lot as a band through the festival. We've gained a lot of fans that way. And just, being able to go from that really small campfire stage the first year we played to playing, like we were just talking about, the moonshine stage last time. So it was it's cool, like, to see the growth that we've been able to achieve. And just beyond that, the people are always really chill, and it's like a good balance between a big festival and a smaller medium-sized festival. It's a nice like in between, because it's not huge. It's not like a rinky dink,
right? Like,
yeah, exactly. It feels that way.
Feels cozy.
It does. So it's cool. We've always really liked it, and just fun stuff always seems to happen. So
when you guys are big, well, anyway, you grew up being big like Mo and Humphreys fans, right? Because that like stands out to me. Like that's why I've always loved Aqueous.
Oh yeah, well, it's like one of the reasons we were so stoked to play that festival in the first place, and Mo's from Buffalo. That's old news, but that connection is still always cool.
Absolutely. I know. I will be envious of Buffalo forever because of the music that comes out of there. Like,
Yeah,
man,
there's been some cool stuff. I mean, it's a small city, but you got some cool things happening.
it's so cool. It's so cool. So what do you have to look forward to other than summer camp? Just out of curiosity.
In the Aqueous music world,
Yeah, generally. Too.
I don't know. Yeah, well, honestly, summer camp is one of the things I'm looking forward to. We got it, but beyond that, a handful of shows. It's nice to just be out, be able to play some shows again. We have a small, you know, we got like Brooklyn and Philly, and well, obviously the Colorado show. That's probably the most excited for those Colorado shows. Yes.
I can't wait.
Other than the summer camp, Colorado shows are up there pretty good.
Yeah, we miss you guys. I feel like, I mean, you guys have a strong following on the East Coast, but I feel like Colorado is right up there. Like
It probably is. I mean, yeah, there's like certain markets that we do well in, and then there's Colorado, which is just as good, if not better, than all the other places.
it's so wild because we're so far away. What is it, 2,000 miles or something?
Whatever it is, yeah. It's just I don't know. I feel like all sorts of styles and genres and all bands and stuff. Everyone does well in Colorado because it's just such a great music scene out there and so many music appreciators out there.
Yeah, I mean,
That excuse me, really love everything for the most part.
we missed you at Beanstalk. Hopefully, when it
Yeah,
bigger space.
that'd be fun to do. Well, because it's in a cool spot, just like nestled in that little area that they.
Yeah, I mean, it's obviously not easy to get to. This year is like really rainy and cold too. Like it was really gnarly, honestly, for a little bit. But I mean, it was so nice to have. Well, that was the one of the main reasons I went there in the first place was that Aqueous was playing a set in 2019.
Yes.
But I think you had played 2 sets in 2018. I might be wrong.
That I don't remember.
I could.
We did. Maybe
I wasn't there in 2018, so I could be talking out of my ass. But I feel like
I forget things so quickly. It's like we'll like walk off stage and I'll forget every song we just played. And I'll have to like really think, or someone I'll have to look at the set list or look back and be like, what did we play? I don't remember.
Yeah, that I feel that so hard because I said that about the summer camp set in 2019, like that I blacked it out.
Yeah, I guess I like
stage, and I was like, oh my god, like because I was supposed to be street teaming for you guys for the moonshine set, the next day. And I was like, this is epic because now we got an Umphreys guy on stage, so I was trying to give out as many stickers as possible, but I totally, like, for the most part, blacked it out. Like, I couldn't remember what song you played. I knew Evan got off and Stacey got on, and I just, like, didn't really know what happened.
You're lost in the moment, and that's all right.
It happens. It happens a lot, actually.
That's a good thing. And I guess that's what I like to think is happening when I'm on stage. I'm just so in it and not really. I don't know. Maybe that's an excuse. I don't know.
I mean, have you ever like tried meditating or anything? I think that's kind of similar. Like you're trying to like be so in the moment that you kind of forget about the moment.
Right. Never specifically, but I mean, maybe through music I can.
I feel like I feel like a lot of musicians I see them like they're in the zone right now, and that's kind of what that's
right.
Kind of
exactly
the zone.
Exactly. We're all in the zone. Auto zone.
Oh man. Well, do you remember drowning in bubbles at Beanstalk, or was that just Mike?
There was a lot of bubbles, wasn't there? I remember a lot of
bubbles. The problem with the bubbles was that it was the wind off the river was like taking them all over the place. So
there's nothing wrong with bubbles.
No, but there was definitely a point where like Mike was drowning in bubbles. And that would be uncomfortable, I think.
They got some good photos. Didn't Tara get some good photos or something?
Yeah, and like trying to sing with bubbles hitting your face would be probably tricky.
That's fine.
It's like you got what is it? Moxie? Is that the right word?
Moxie?
Is that the right word?
I think so. I guess you could use that, right?
Like, oh, you hate me.
Nobody hates you.
Moxie is another word for you're an asshole.
Nobody feels that way about you. You're fine.
No, it's the memories, right?
Exactly.
That's what I'm here for. But It was so good to talk to you. I don't want to eat up your whole evening. It's been
No worries.
a good 30 minutes.
It's been really nice talking to you too.
Yeah, I'm glad we got to get together, and I really look forward to seeing you at summer camp. And I think a
Yes.
heck of a lot of people who watch this will have a great time seeing you too.